Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture on N-channel MOSFET. The N-channel MOSFET structure is shown over here. It is constructed in the P substrate. The two N regions, which is indicated in the blue, are treated as source and drain of N-channel MOSFET. And you can observe in the figure the black indication or the black region indicating the gate. Under the gate we will be having one more layer of SiO2. This SiO2 layer will be act as an insulator. So by looking at this physical structure itself, we can say this NMOS FET is a 3-terminal device. Two N regions will be act as source and drain, and this layer, polysilicon layer, will be act as gate. Under the gate we will be having silicon dioxide, that is an insulator. Under that we will be having P substrate. P substrate is the fourth terminal actually, but that fourth terminal will not be considered for giving any voltage, but it will be tied with source always, and whatever the source voltage we are going to give, the same voltage will be provided to the substrate also. So source and substrate are tied together. So if you look at the other way, other representation here, you can clearly observe the two polysilicon layers here in N transistor and also here in P transistor. These are polysilicon layers acting as gate. Means if the transistor is of N type or the transistor is of P type, the polysilicon layer is same, which will be acting as gate. Under that we will be having silicon dioxide, that is also same. The only difference between N MOSFET and the P MOSFET is that the active regions, means the source and drain are P type, which is created in N substrate, then it is a PMOS transistor. If it is a NMOS transistor, two N regions which is created in P substrate, those two are treated as source and drain, are called as NMOS FET or N MOSFET or N channel device. So this is again the other approach of showing the NMOS enhancement mode transistor. It is NMOS enhancement mode transistor. One more type is depletion mode, we'll see. So in this NMOS enhancement mode transistor, here you can observe the representation. These two are N regions, and above that we will be having a metal layer for connection purpose, and this is a P substrate. So this is the polysilicon gate. Under that we will be having silicon dioxide. Okay, source, gate, drain are clearly mentioned here. And this is the P substrate. As I said, P substrate is connected to source and it is given to the potential Vs. Okay, and the two important voltages we are going to connect here to make this transistor to operate are gate voltage with respect to source, that is VGS, and drain voltage, again it is with respect to source, we call it as VDS. Okay, this is the physical structure. So if you look at the NMOS enhancement mode transistor action, it is divided into three regions. First one is the cutoff region. In cutoff region, you can observe here the voltages VGS and VDS are given with respect to this condition. VGS is greater than VT and VDS is 0. Means we are started applying the voltage from gate, which is more than VT. Here VT is the threshold voltage. Threshold voltage is the required voltage to create the channel between source and drain. We need to create the channel between source and drain so that the current is going to flow in between the two active regions. How this channel is going to be created is the question here. When we are going to apply the voltage from gate terminal, that is the positive voltage we are going to apply from gate, whatever the amount of gate voltage we are going to apply, that amount of negative charges are going to be attracted from the substrate towards this region. This P substrate will be having majority of holes and minority of electrons. Those minority free electrons are going to be attracted towards the gate region because of the positive voltage we are applying from the gate, and they are going to be accumulated here, and this region becomes completely n type. So the n channel is going to be developed in between the two n regions. That's why this amount of Vt is required from VGS to create the channel Visay. Okay, that is Vt. VDS is 0. We are not applying any voltage from drain. So since VDS is 0, VDS is responsible for the current flow. Because of VDS is 0, current IDS is also 0. That is what cutoff region is. Here the channel is created because of VGS is greater than Vt, and the amount of VGS what we applied from gate, depending on that, the number of electrons are going to be attracted towards the gate region, that forming a channel. And here there is no current flow since VDS is 0. And this region of operation will be called as cutoff region. And the next region is non-saturation region. Here again we are maintaining VGS greater than Vt. That's why channel is created. And we start applying the voltage from drain. Drain terminal voltage is going to be given here. And the condition for this non-saturation region is that VDS what we apply from drain, that should be less than VGS minus Vt. Or generally we say that VDS should be less than the gate voltage. So what happens when we start applying VDS? When we start applying VDS, obviously it will make the current flow from drain to source. Because of the voltage what we apply from VDS, current started to flow from drain to source as IDS. This current is purely depending on VDS. That's why we can say current IDS is proportional to VDS. But what happened to the channel? If you look at the structure here, the channel is tapered or channel is thinner towards drain. This we need to understand in non-saturation region of operation. What happens when we start applying VDS? Before applying VDS, the channel is uniformly formed towards drain and towards source. But source is grounded and drain we have started to apply some positive voltage. The effect of gate voltage creating the channel towards drain reduces because of the positive voltage we start applying from VDS. Means if you look at the channel voltage near drain, VGS minus this VDS, if you look at the channel voltage drop here, the voltage drop occurs towards drain. Once we start applying VDS, the voltage drop occurs, and as we increase VDS, the voltage drop becomes more and more. So until this VDS is less than VGS minus VT condition, here current is going to increase as we increase VDS, and once it reaches VDS equal to VGS minus VT condition, then transistor shifted from non-saturation to saturation region, next region. Until VDS is less than VGS minus VT, we call it as non-saturation region, or we call it as ohmic region, or we call it as linear region. In this region, transistor will be acting as a resistor. There is a finite resistance in the channel. Depending on that, current will be flowing. And as I said, the next region is saturation region, where VDS is further increased. It becomes equal to VGS minus VT. Once VGS minus VT is equal to the amount of voltage what we are applying from VDS, in that case the channel becomes pinched off. Pinch off voltage is VDS saturation, we can say. What is channel pinch off? Because of the voltage drop occurs towards drain, once we start applying VDS, if we further increase VDS above the gate voltage, the channel near the drain is going to be pinch off. Means there is no channel exist at the drain end, we can say. At that particular voltage, the saturation region of operation started. And this from this voltage VDS saturation, even if we increase VDS further, current will not increase. Current becomes constant. And if current becomes constant, we can use this device as a constant current source. And the transistor can be used as amplifier by keeping a particular VDS. And how the current may vary? here the current is going to vary because of VGS. If we vary VGS, current is going to vary. Here it is IDS. Here it is IDS. IDS will increase only if VGS increases. It is not VDS, this is IDS. And here current will be constant. That's why we can say device act as a constant current source. And this is the IV characteristics, IDS versus VDS. As we increase VDS, current will increase up to some extent, that is non-saturation region, and then current becomes constant once it reaches above VGS. Okay, so the different values of VGS are given here. If it is less than VT, that is cutoff region. Even if it is greater than VT and VDS is 0, that also cutoff region. And this is non-saturation region up to which the current is keep on increasing as we increase VDS. And further increase in VDS, there will be constant current flow, that is saturation region. And the other type of NMOS FET is depletion mode transistor. The only difference between the enhancement mode transistor and the depletion mode transistor is that the channel. Okay, I said at the earlier slide itself, the minimum gate voltage is required to make the channel here in between source and drain in enhancement mode. But in the depletion mode transistor, what we do at the fabrication time itself, we are going to create this channel. We are going to diffuse the N impurities to make this channel, make this connection between source and drain. So there is no requirement of minimum VGS to turn on this transistor now. There is the advantage of NMOS depletion mode transistor, and the remaining thing, the transistor action is same as NMOS enhancement mode transistor. This is the IV characteristics indicating enhancement mode operation and also the depletion mode operation. You can observe here for negative values of VGS also depletion mode transistor works. But when we give more negative voltage from the gate, the channel becomes pinched off. As we apply more negative voltage from the gate, what happens? Here channel is removed, or the N negatively charged ions are going to move towards the substrate, and there is no channel exist when we apply the negative voltage from the gate. Okay, and even in VGS is equal to 0, the transistor will be work as enhancement mode transistor.